What's up, Ben?
Yo,
What's up, fellas?
good morning.
I love that jacket, bro. Is that a tuxedo?
No, it's just a sport coat.
Sport coat.
It's not sport coating.
That looks like what you wore in your wedding. Is that
It's similar.
similar? Yeah.
I figured the first Would You Rather Wednesday of 2022 was going to be a nice affair for me.
That's
Gotcha.
why you got that. That's why you're wearing the hat. I love it.
Yes. And I came up with the last one roughly 42 seconds before we logged on. That's kind of how I like to do it.
Ben, I'm going to give you a chance now. If you want to admit you're wrong about the liquid center baladas right now, you can. If not, we can just move on and start the show. I just want to give you the chance now in front of everyone. Go ahead.
I'm not going to say I'm wrong, even though I've read it on the internet. I'm gonna say that the baladas that we played and we cut open, there was never any liquid. Now, this was during my college days, so maybe I was buying cheap baladas, and maybe that's why when we finally cut them open, that we didn't see any liquid. Or I don't know. I don't know if it said it ended up. I ended up reading it, and it said that Titleist made some, but the ones we know, I never saw those Max Flies. You sent me a picture of the
Apologize
Max
to
Flies.
Phil Mickelson. Apologize to Phil Mickelson right now.
I am not apologizing to Phil. There's no chance that's happening.
I will say that
because he
Ben
never
would be
said
good,
in that video, he never said the word balada. So no, I'm not apologizing.
I would say Ben would be a good lawyer because he's really good at, like, when faced with just absolutely
Insurmountable
wrong,
evidence.
he can tiptoe his way out of a lot of stuff.
I love it.
He basically took that, just 180'd it in a completely different direction. I was impressed. Your
That's
pivoting
respectable.
skills are impressive. Your wife must hate arguing with you.
All you have to do is provide reasonable doubt, Nate. That's it. You know,
I mean, I just, the ones that we cut open, and maybe we had
Yep.
some duds. I did play X outs. My dad bought me X outs, so maybe the X outs didn't have it.
No, they didn't make the X out in a balada. I will say that. That was
That's great.
They just had the word Titleist on them. I'm still not sure that those were Titleists that said X out on the side of them. I know they were as hard as Pinnacles.
Real quick, I know we say Bud a lot, and I was watching the Pittsburgh Steelers game on Monday night, and there was a sign in the background that said, "Hey Baker, your spare parts, Bud," and it just really spoke to me. As
The
somebody
Bud
who's a
part?
big Bud guy.
Hey, I'll tell you something else. Saying bud or bub over text doesn't hit the same as saying it in person. I tried to I try to add it to the text, and it just doesn't work at all.
It's too late to
that's
change
different.
the voice
That's different
and
for
read
me.
it.
No,
Yeah.
because see, that's different for me. Because every time you guys text, even in the group text, like I hear your voice as I'm reading the text.
Well, that's different. That's different. That's us. Just like no.
Oh, you're
other
talking about
people,
when you send it to another friend of yours,
Yeah.
and you say, "Hey, bud," and
So
they're
when you
like,
send to your boss, like, "Hey,
Right.
I'm gonna be late tomorrow, bud."
Yeah. I don't know about that, bub.
not coming in, bub.
Yeah, exactly. Doesn't hit the same. All right, y'all ready? Episode 120.
It is 120, and all of a sudden, for some reason,
Oh my
somebody's turned some fan or something on. I don't know what's going on. Can y'all hear that?
No, I can't hear anything, but we're ready
Okay.
to go. We're ready to
Okay.
rock and roll. All right,
Rock
Nate.
and roll.
Nate, you ready? Hit it.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Whenever and wherever you are listening, welcome to the first episode of 2022 concerning Would You Rather Wednesday, episode 120. I
Coincidence.
didn't know where that was going, neither did they, but we are back on track. This is the Dadbod Golf Pod, proudly a Believe podcast network. I'm your host, Nate Pass, wearing a sport coat. Joining me in a hoodie
Sport coat.
and looks like another hoodie because they have not reached the raising the bar level. Kyle Rush, Ben Taylor, boys, the microphones are hot. What's up?
Yes. Let's go.
Sensei action
The
going
first
up there for you, Kyle.
Would You Rather Wednesday of the year.
Ooh,
It's time to
hope
get
it goes better than the intro.
It's time to get weird. It's time to get weird, man. Time to get weird. Today's episode is brought to you by Betonline.ag. You got to head to their website. It's brand new, updated, as well as the desktop website. Use coupon code BELIEVE. They changed it. It's not BELIEVE50 anymore. It's just BELIEVE, BLEAV. It's a 50% welcome bonus. So give them $100. They'll give you 50 back to play with. You got the college playoff championship coming up on on Monday. You got, I think bowl games are pretty much done. You got college basketball, NBA, whatever you can think of. Whatever you can think of, hit it up, make some money, hit the casino, whatever. Betonline.ag, check them out. They're awesome. Nate, I'm turning it over to you, bub. This one's good. This one's for you, bub.
I am so ready for scenario numero uno.
Oh.
You may never remember the scenarios in March or April, but you'll never forget the first scenario of 2022.
You'll never forget your first.
I just kind of want to tee that up for one of you guys.
That's too easy.
As per usual, we will start off with the research-based question. This question was provided to the men in advance, although not very far in advance to the show.
True.
We're going to go around the horn and take our best year in majors. Okay? Specifically, we're only referring to majors, Ben. I don't really want to hear about who won the John Deere Classic the year that you picked.
Man.
So
taking shots
in your notes,
today,
He always takes shots at me on scenarios. He's always like, you can't do this. You can't. Like, I get limitations before I've even given my first answer.
I love it.
You're kind of like a maximum security guy. Like, we have to put you in maximum security because if we put you in a country club prison, you would just.
It's like, it ought to be called Would You Rather Wednesday, except for Ben, who gets limited on his answers.
That's
Kyle never gets limited on his answers because Kyle's never pulled the.
And you don't either.
I run this shit. Okay. All right. Best year in majors. Starting off with Kyle. Get at it, Kyle.
Okay, I assume you just meant like pick your favorite year where the 4 majors that you enjoyed it so much that's your best year, correct?
Yeah, the winners.
Cool.
Yeah.
Mine's easy. Yeah. Mine's easy. We're going with 2014, man. You know what happens
so strong.
Thank you.
You know what happens in 2014? Bay won 2 majors. Rory won. Rory won the Open and the PGA at Valhalla.
That when it was getting dark.
Was that?
Is that when they were trying to finish really fast?
That's it. That's when they tried to try to finish to get. They had to try to finish. It was getting dark, and Rory was not coming back the next day. He was like, "We're going." So that was awesome. Awesome for him to win too. I had to sacrifice one. That's the U.S. Open was Martin Keimer. Don't really like him at all. And it was at Pinehurst, which was like a double stab you in the heart. But I'll take. But then you got Bubba Watson winning the Masters. And it was his.
I forgot.
It was his second one. It was his second one, so a little less dramatic.
Not the epic one, yeah.
Not the rope hook wedge out of the woods, but you got Bub, Keimer, and then Roars winning 2 in 2014. Number 1 for me, baby.
I would love to do
2014.
I would love to do an episode on the last hole of that PGA because, like, Rory's like, "Hey, we're gonna play up," and Phil was kind of like, "No," and Rory's like, "Tough shit." Sorry, that's cool. I'm sorry. No, we're gonna stop that.
That's the
totally second dirty shit word he's dropped tonight.
that is what happened. That is what happened.
Sorry, Granny.
He couldn't win. I don't believe I think he had to like double or triple bogey or something for Phil to have a chance. Phil was really slow playing it, and Rory was like, "Nope, we're going."
But isn't that the one that he almost did hit it in the water?
He did hit it very close. He did hit it very, very close.
Yeah, he was down there on that right, on that downslope because it hit on the hill and then trickled down. Because everybody was like, as soon as it left the club face, people were like, "Okay, if he triples here, Phil can win," and he may have just hit it in the water because it was so dark.
Only won by 1 stroke.
Yeah,
it was a lot closer than I thought.
I thought he birdied 18 though. Maybe he barred it. I don't know, but it's so cool and finish the dark because you can tell how dark it is with the cameras start flashing. It's a moment.
Yeah,
it really is a moment.
Because
it's the only sport where there's no lights. It's truly the only sport where there's no lights.
Yes.
Except for that one tournament that they play in Vegas that you finish like the last 3 holes with lights.
I don't think they do that anymore.
Which was a very cool atmosphere.
That was
to
cool.
watch.
Playing golf under the lights is awesome. Okay, 2014 obviously goes with his pet.
Bay. He said Bay. He legit said Bay.
Yeah. Love him.
You guys
Big
are
fan.
just really obnoxious.
Love it.
It's hard not with the way you're dressed and you look on camera. It's hard not to be.
All right, Ben.
We're talking to
I'm
like
nervous that you're going to take mine.
I could, because I don't even know who won the other tournaments. I'm not going to go as in detail as Kyle did. I'm going to go with 2005.
Oh, dadgummit!
But the reason being is because 05, 06, 07, 08 started with 05. He did not finish. Tiger did not, outside of the top 5. Finished 1 at the Masters, 2 at the Open, 1 at the British, T4 at PGA Championship. Followed that up in 06 with 2 more wins. Followed it up with another win in 07 on a major. Followed it up with another win in 08.
We're talking about 1 year, Brett.
I know, but that kick-started a run. So that's why I wanted to go with 05.
I gotcha.
2005 was one of the – everybody always talks about late 90s, early 2000s Tiger. And I guess 05 is quote-unquote early 2000s, but it's 5 years into it. That was when he caught his stride. And that's the thing. What would he have done if he had not gotten into the wreck and had his wife beat him in 08, where he missed the last 2 majors of the year? I mean, you're talking 6 wins in 4 years in majors, and then all of a sudden you just piss it away from doing things that you shouldn't be doing. And it all started in that 05 year.
Yep.
I mean, he was on a run and just completely just ruined it. But that was a Kickstarter. That was the year that was fun to watch. That was probably when they'd started before, but it really picked up steam. The people that were always like, all we ever show is Tiger, Tiger, Tiger. Well, there's the reason. 1, 2, 1, T4. That's why they're showing him.
I don't know if it was at this point in time or the first run from like 2000 to 2002, where you would pick Tiger or the field.
Yeah.
And Tiger would be negative odds.
Yeah,
like
it was
the field would be plus odds.
I think that was juice on one guy versus 143
versus the whole freaking field.
I think that was at 99 through 02. Like during that time that it
was one of the two.
He was unstoppable. I mean,
that's a good year.
And then this was after he revamped the swing, where they said, don't redo your swing. And then he had not done very well in 03 and 04. And then all of a sudden he comes out with the new swing in 05 and he does this, and everybody's like, okay, so maybe he does know what he's doing. I don't know. And then
Phil Mickelson won that year too. So that's cool. So Phil had a major in the same year. He won the PGA that year.
Yeah. So, and that was probably, I don't know if I don't guess that was peak Phil Tiger rivalry, but Tiger finishing T4 in that PGA and Phil winning it that year. That was one of those years that you're kind of hoping, all right, does this kickstart the rivalry between the two of them, where it's going to be the two of them finishing at the top, the next 5-6 years?
Yeah.
And Tiger did, which is kind of funny because when I was reading through it in 06, he missed the cut at the U.S. Open, which is kind of weird the following year, but he still finished T3 and won 1 in 06. But still,
who won the U.S. Open in 2006?
Jeff Ogilvy.
Man.
Talk about things that didn't age well. Oh, that's Phil's debacle. That's
Phil's debacle.
Idiot.
That's right.
That's when he hit it OB.
That's when he said somebody would be rolling over in their grave right now.
Yep.
Yeah, that was when after he hit the T-ball and he goes, oh no.
He said not again, I think.
Not again.
But it's like it got worse from there. Like he could have
he could have saved it.
His explanation, I know we're getting off topic a little bit, but his explanation when he went back and he explained that to Faraday when he did that Faraday episode, and he was explaining why he still tried to throw it up next to the green instead of just punching it out and taking his medicine. It was one of those things where it's kind of like, yeah, your psychiatrist has told you to talk yourself in that you did the right thing.
Exactly.
That is not what you should have done. You should have taken your medicine and gone back out to the middle of the fairway and played from there, because you ended with double. You could have bogeyed it worse. Yep. And you ended with double.
Yep.
So anyway, I digress. So yeah, I go. Sorry, Nate. I mean,
stole it.
I'm sorry, I stole it from you.
It's fine. I had 2 backup years, and I just took both of them out while you were talking.
Did I take one of your backup years too?
I was going to go
06, 07, and 08. Did I take
I was going to go with 2015 because that was Jordan back to back.
Yeah,
which was also people forget DJ 3-putted from 12 feet.
Yes.
On 18 at the U.S. Open to, I think, going to playoffs. So he's got the putt for the win. He's got the putt for the playoff, and he misses both of them.
Yeah,
the putt coming back for the playoff is what baffles me.
It
was 4 feet.
I don't even know if it was 4, was it? It was
he blows it by, though. That first putt's not long. It was like 15 feet.
It was like 2 feet.
It was
back.
close, and
And
he
he
didn't
hit the
touch the hole.
hole.
He didn't
That's
touch the hole.
ridiculous.
And that's right after the PGA Championship at or where it was. I don't know whatever it was, but the bunker debacle. So I mean, this is a bad time for DJ. He does not have a major yet at this point. But I decided to sling it all the way back to 2002.
2002.
2002.
Really?
We've got Tiger winning the Masters. And then he turns right back around and wins at Bethpage, which was a big deal. Bethpage it was a very iconic major. I've read a whole John Feinstein book just about that major.
Yeah.
It's a state park course that gets a major. It's like it was incredible. And then we got Ernie Els winning an Open Championship. It's just an icon of the game. And then Rich Beam wins the PGA.
Oh, yeah, the Beamer.
Not necessarily a big part of why I picked 2002, but he did
Beam
win.
is your Keimer.
Yeah. Yeah. Every year's got a guy that you just don't, 2005 Chad Campbell won the U.S. Open. So what, But also, just so you guys know, JP Hayes won the John Deere Classic that year. So just a little added bonus.
Wow.
Hey, Ben, when you give your picks, I don't want to know who won the John Deere Classic.
Nice. 2002. Was
2002 was quite a year. That U.S. Open was a big deal because
let me tell you something. Rich Beam has got a lot of mileage out of that.
Oh my gosh! Yeah.
Yes,
he was playing the PNC with his with his son.
He's in the PNC. Yes. Former major winner, Rich Beam.
Yeah, we'll do a show on most obscure major winners.
That's a great one. That is a great one.
And I know I can tell you who the winner is, but.
He grabbed after that, didn't he? Grab either the MLB sponsorship or NFL sponsorship, where he wore the NFL colors.
No,
or MLB colors
I don't think that was Rich Beam. That was I don't remember who that was, but I know who you're talking about. Where he was playing. I went to the Quail Hollow, and he was wearing Carolina Panthers gear.
Yeah, every time, every city he was in, he would have the.
But that wasn't Rich Beam, was it?
No, I don't think
it was.
I know. I can see his face, but I
remember after who that is that did that. It was after they had a big win. I don't know if it was a major win.
Yes.
And the next thing you know, they come and it was like, I guess it was the NFL. Somebody did it with MLB too. Somebody wore Major League Baseball colors too. And I don't know. It may have been the same one. I don't know. And
that guy, there was one team he refused to wear. Like part of the contract was that he wouldn't wear, the Steelers or something because it was. Who was it?
His rival.
Who was it, Kyle? I know you're looking.
I can't. I'm looking it up. I can't find it.
Oh, that's a pretty obscure stat when we throw out there. Yeah, the guy that won all the NFL or wore all the NFL.
There's not that many. Not many of those endorsements. Not that many.
I can't remember. There's another thing. Ben Curtis. That's who it is.
Ben Curtis. Yeah.
So
Big Ben Curtis.
One of the things I remember about Rich Beam, it's like the only thing, is when he hits a hole in one at the Nissan Open and jumps up on the car,
up on top of the car,
and
scratches it with his cleats because he's wearing metal spikes, if I'm not mistaken. So pretty sure they gave him that one. But no,
you can just you can have that one, bud.
You can have that one, bub. But,
that's what
Rich Beam.
What's his name should have done when he won the Lambo that they're only letting him lease. He should have just worn the spikes up there and scratched it up.
Isn't that a girl?
It was a chick.
Yeah, that's what it was. Yeah,
it's two girls.
Do you guys care to know who won the Air Canada Championship?
Not really. No,
100%.
Gene Sowers.
Yeah, old Gene.
Sowers.
Old man Sour son. Anyway, speaking of old man Sours. You guys need to check out Swannies.co. Use coupon code Dadbod Golf Pod -25. There's a new line dropping. You got to be ready for it. They're awesome. They have everything you could ever want in golf fashion. They got hoodies, they got polos, hats, anything you want. Swannies.co. Coupon code Dadbod Golf Pod. Don't miss out. Scenario numero 2.
Yeah, that one took a while.
Hey.
Scenario number 2. Okay, back to the lists. This is fun. This one's fun. Okay.
Okay.
You guys all know this guy that I'm offering you to be. Okay. Let's call him a trust fund baby. Unlimited funds. Okay. You're not working. You just got deep pockets, enormous inheritance, whatever you want to call it. You're the guy at the club that can always play. It's kind of awkward because Monday at 10 a.m. you're available.
So you're basically myself. I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
Yes.
Not really.
You made that too easy. I really started to go that route, but I didn't.
Go ahead.
He can gamble whatever he wants to. It's,
Not me.
you know,
Oh, now
whatever, drink
He's out.
whatever, put whatever on his tab. He's buying all the shots. He's just deep pocketed, hanging out, doing whatever. Okay. You can be that guy. Or you can float around between 100 to 125 on the money list every year. You will never win. You will never get a win. But you gotta grind. You gotta go to all the events. You gotta fly. You gotta play. You gotta miss some cuts. You gotta do all that stuff. You gotta practice. Who are you choosing?
I'm going trust. Can I go first?
Sure.
I want to be the trust. I want to be Scott J. I want to be. I want to be
Just
the
make a
trust.
hole in
Calling
one from
people
the,
out?
Make a hole in one from the green tees and then just go get absolutely
Yes.
obliterated.
I want to be the trust fund, golf every day, recreationally, money games, all that. Don't even care. I just put my bill on auto draft, so I don't have to.
Yes.
I don't have to time it for when the right check hits.
Yeah.
Just put it on auto draft. Don't care. Run the bill up.
Yes.
That would be absolutely.
You're probably going to rub shoulders with a couple of big names.
Oh, yeah,
I mean,
no doubt.
you go to the right
yeah.
club, you can play with those guys.
Oh, for sure. And I'm going to play so much, I'm going to be fairly decent.
And there's going to be some people that don't like you.
Are you stuck?
Let's be honest,
playing
those guys are incredibly unlikable.
Nate, let me ask
They
you this.
can be. They can be.
Are you
No.
stuck at that club the entire time? Like you can't play anywhere else?
Just regular life.
You just wouldn't, because that's where all your boys are. I mean, you
Yeah.
might occasionally take a trip somewhere else, but like it's part of your shtick is that everybody knows you and knows how rich you are, and you wouldn't want to go somewhere where people didn't know how rich you were. I think that's how rich people work.
That's a good point. I still take trust fund. Trust fund.
Yeah.
Golf every day. With no pressure. Let's go.
Every day. Yeah. The only decision you make when you wake up is if you're going to eat at the course or on the way to the course.
Oh man, what a life.
Oh, it would be at the course. If I'm trust fund there, yeah, I'm not doing it on the way to the course.
I still
I've
enjoy
got-
picking up Chick-fil-A or McDonald's.
Well, and like you and I that morning when we went to go watch going to eat Waffle House before we go play. That's pretty awesome.
The thing is you're also going to work out a bunch. I think trust fund babies do that because they work out at like 10 and they tee off at like 11:30.
Yeah.
That'd be
What
good
a life.
trust
Yeah, you
fund
got
life.
nothing else to do.
And you
What a
can
life.
you can tee off 11:30 in the summer and get 36 in. It's really not a problem.
Oh baby. That's my dream. That's my dream. Sorry. Got a little excited.
Yeah.
Then go ahead.
Look out, Kalen tonight.
Yeah, man, alive. He's worked up. He's also flustered and blushing.
Let me tell you about this. Let me tell you about this. Would you rather? You talked about.
Baby, I tell you what.
It's like that post I saw on Instagram where some
Nate was talking about this stuff.
This girl had texted her guy and said, "Tell me your fantasy," and he said, "Coming down 18 with Tiger and Phil." And
Oh boy.
and she replied back and she said, "No sexual," and his response was, "Oh." Like, what a disappointment.
No, it's really detailed. He's like, it's me and Rory tied down the stretch. Brooksy's one back. Tiger's two back. They're both gunning for us.
Yeah. And she's
Love
like,
it.
yeah. She's like, yeah, I meant sexual. He's like, oh.
That's awesome.
I would have to say
this episode that we've ever had.
so if I'm making this decision and I'm Nate's age, I'm trust fund kid. But right now, Nate's asking me to make a decision today. I would love to be in that 100 to 125 at this point in my life. Like I would love to do that.
Wow.
100 to 125.
I would think it'd be the exact opposite.
Yeah. Touring around. No, I know I would have, like 20 years ago, I'd have been all about the trust fund kid and having fun and making connections and doing whatever. But now, yeah, I would love to have that tour life now and be able to go, be in that 100 to 125, make a few cuts. You talk about rubbing elbows, rub some elbows, maybe get paired with a couple of guys that are pretty awesome. After
It's good money.
If you're, it is, it's
no
good
doubt.
money. If you're, you come out and you got a decent personality and you're a pretty good guy. I mean, you never know who you're going to be asking, playing and practice rounds with, and
You get in
all
the
that kind
FedEx
of
Cup
stuff.
every single year.
Yeah. And so I'd take at this point, if you said, Ben, you got to choose today. Like you start this
That's how
career
those
today.
scenarios work.
Yeah. You take this career today. I take the 100 to 125.
Okay. I hear you.
And you didn't expect that. You thought I was going to go.
I kind of thought you were going to take the lazy route. Yeah. which is just based on data from every decision that I've ever heard you make on the show.
Yeah.
So I'm not doing another show with Sport Code. I just feel really weird.
It's,
I really don't like it, especially with the polo.
I like it.
It's not the lazy route, Nate. It's the shortcut route. It's the path of least resistance. That's what it is. That's what I usually take, but not this time.
I'm just interested because you're gonna go be away from your family now.
I'm going grinding.
Oh.
My kids are teenagers, man.
Bet
they don't
you
want
are.
me around right now.
They don't like you.
No, they don't like me. Like I can get a good 5 years in on the tour, make some good money at 100 to 125 while my kids hate me and fly them out every now and then. How about that?
I remember that video that you put up where you're trying to get your daughter pumped up for the ballet thing. And you're like, yeah, let's go. And she's like,
Dad, stop.
And what cut off on that video was like after I quit video, she's goes, there are people watching. I'm like, I don't care. Like
What if
Why
Ben
I'm
had
doing
a
it. That's
son
actually why. That's actually why I'm doing it. I don't know if you know that.
what if Ben had a son?
Oh boy.
Listen, the good Lord protected my wife from that happening. That was
Yeah.
That was like Kyle can't live his kids around me. Like with Kyle.
Give me a
son-
sidebar real quick.
Yeah,
Let me
that's
just go on
gonna-
a huge rabbit trail.
Do it.
Uh-oh.
Ben comes home from work and his wife's like, your son's 10 years old and he was out in the garage drinking beer. And Ben's like, all right, I'll
What'd
take
he
care of
do?
it. And goes out there and he's like, so I mean, you think Bud or Miller's going to be your thing?
Yeah,
Hey son, let me tell you something. You open one, you're gonna finish it.
That's right. Do not waste any
We're
of
not.
that.
We're
You
not
hear
doing
me?
this little sip and
I
spit.
tell you what, Bud,
You're
we're
gonna
not
finish
doing
it.
tell you-
koozies, okay?
hey,
We drink them fast enough for them not to need a koozie.
And Bub, when you go inside, you stand up straight and you walk straight up the stairs. Quit looking at your mom in the eye. She's going to catch it. All
you
right.
wear it. You wear it, son. You're gonna be a man. I'm gonna treat you like a man. Yeah. Love it. All right, Nate, your turn.
I'm going trust fund. I mean, I am just having the time of my life. I'm going to practice a little bit. I'm probably going to work out. I'm going to, hang out eat dinner at the restaurant like most nights up there, just hang with all the homies. It's going to be the best life of all time.
Yeah,
Be like, hey, baby, I'm going to have like sport coat in my locker and I'm going to call her and be like, listen, I'm on 17. Go ahead and get ready. I already got my cologne and my sport coat in the locker. I'm going to get changed. We're going to go to dinner.
what a life.
Yeah.
What a life.
That is. It's a good life.
And I mean, I'm talking ribeye 4 to 5
Every
nights
night.
a week.
Ribeye and asparagus.
I might do the ahi tuna a couple of nights, but
Yeah.
mostly it's going to be
Just to
ribeye.
go-
Ribeye.
Just to go light. Is that what you're going to?
Hey, I'm going to do my ribeye medium tonight just to switch it up.
Switch it up.
I'm just going to do it medium tonight.
Ribeye, asparagus, 5
Yeah.
nights a week. America. Let's go.
You
I
would
love
throw a fried egg on top of that, Bub.
Hey, yeah.
What? What a life. What a
Yeah.
life.
That is.
Wow.
I tell you what,
That-
put a big old pat of butter right on top of that stuff. Love it. Love it. All right.
Tell you what, you smoked that meat, Bubba.
smoke that meat. What's number 3? Scenario number 3.
Scenario number 3. This one is like it's the first one of its kind. This is a 2 out of 3. You got to pick 2 out of 3 of these. Okay.
Gotcha.
All right? This is really a night just to kind of indulge.
I love it.
3 options. You got to pick 2.
Treat yourself.
One of them is gone. All expense paid trip to play a round at your favorite course or at your dream course.
Okay.
And I'm going to put some limitations here. This doesn't get to be like a whole 4 or 5 day golf trip. Like you don't get to go play Pebble and also play Cypress and also play all the other courses around there. Because that would be too good. I have to keep these in line with the other options. Okay. So if you say Pebble, they fly you out, you stay in a hotel, you play Pebble, you fly back.
Okay. Got it.
Start whatever course you want. Number 2, your handicap is cut in half. Take your handicap, cut it in half.
Okay.
If you're 20, 10, 5, 2.5, 0, -1. That'd be about how that works.
Okay.
2.5. Number 3,
Whatever.
brand new
Math's new to us. Don't worry about it. Go ahead.
brand new set of clubs. 14 new clubs, doesn't matter.
Fitted
However you
and
want.
everything.
Sure, fitted. Yeah. 14 brand spanking new clubs. Toss a bag in there for fun. Why
I'll
not?
pick 2. You pick 2 out of those 3?
Yes. 2 out of those 3. One of them doesn't happen.
Wow.
I'm going to start off with Ben Taylor, not named after Ben Roethlisberger, who had his last game at Heinz Field.
Or Franklin.
He did. Yeah.
Or
Franklin. Nope.
Who were you named after?
My grandfather.
Okay. Was he named after Ben Franklin?
I don't think he was. No.
Okay. No.
We could have got you
Had to
on
ask.
technicality there, but
No.
Yeah, kind
By
of
proxy.
transitive property. Yeah.
proxy.
I don't know. I don't know. He passed away before I was born, so I don't know if he was. And so that could be a thing. He could have been named after Ben Franklin. I don't know. 2 out of 3. Definitely
Also, obviously, say what your dream course is. I mean,
my dream course would be Augusta, but if you're paying it, like, I guess that would require somebody has to pay for me to stay at that at their facilities on site too. Like if you're doing the all expenses paid.
Well, it counts.
Sure. So I guess I'd have to go Augusta. I'll do that. I'll go Augusta, even though it's close. Because as soon as you said Pebble, I was like, that would be pretty cool. I mean, because now that I've heard what it costs to play Pebble, like it's cheaper for you to go out there and you to buy rooms and get the discount on the courses than it is to go just play. Like it's ridiculous.
Outrageous.
So I guess I'd go Augusta. So it'd be the all expenses round at my dream course. It'd be Augusta National now, and I want it in its prime too. I don't want to do like right before, like
in July when it's like a goat track.
you want late March.
I want that would be all. If I played it like right before the practice round, the first weekend in
You play
April,
it Friday before the Masters week.
that would be phenomenal. I would love to do
generous.
that, and I may even you may bump into somebody that's practicing that day. You never know.
Yep.
So I'm going to do that one, and then. Even though when you first said it, I was like, no, I wouldn't do that. But then you throw out the third scenario. I'm going to do the handicap cut in half. 8.5.
What's your genre in 8.5?
8.5 right now.
So you got a
8.2 maybe.
7.5.
I think I'm an 8.2.
We should call it 4. We'll round down. I'm feling super generous.
Oh, you're feeling generous today. So
yeah, because next week I'm going to rip each of your hearts out of your chest.
I love it.
So I'll go down. I'll take the 4. The new club thing. I got so many dadgum clubs in my garage that I keep going back to and switching out. I don't know that would really float my boat that much, although it does sound nice to get the new bag. I don't know. You kind of made that incentive. You threw that in there. Bags are outrageous now. They're like $250 just for a friggin' light stand bag.
Yeah, it's gotten a little out of control. Yeah.
But yeah, I'll take the first 2. I'll take the all expenses paid round to Augusta National. And I'd love the whole kit and caboodle, be able to eat on site, stay on site. Play that round that Friday before the Masters. And then, and if I'm doing that with a 4 handicap, I'm really liking that too. That's really nice.
That's a good point.
Maybe you get added distance out of that.
Yeah. So exactly. Hey, thank you, Nate. He are feeling generous. He's giving me extra yardage.
I'm just saying, I hope.
You know what else could give you some?
What else could give me extra distance, Kyle?
Brand new clubs.
Yes, it could.
100% brand new clubs.
Mine are fairly new, and I'm not hitting.
I'm taking fitted. I want to go like professionally get fitted. Driver through the putter, everything.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I want TrackMan fit me up like I'm supposed to be fit. Shafts, everything.
Have you not been fitted?
I've never been like legit
here we go.
It's just been on. I've been on like this.
Have you played Dog Trap?
No, I haven't. I haven't been fitted. I just thought Kyle had been fitted. He's got like a $2,500 bag sitting on the back of the cart. I thought he'd been fitted.
No. So like I've been to where you go to like a club shop and they're like, yeah, I think you need the TaylorMade. This right here says you need the TaylorMade. No, I mean I want length, lie, angle, all that crap. I want it to be like dialed in. I'll take a brand new set and the all expenses paid trip to go play Pebble.
Yeah.
Just going to throw that out there.
Kellen, if you're listening, this is looking like a great Christmas present for next year. You got time to save because getting fitted like Kyle wants to get fitted along with the new clubs is going to be expensive in its own right.
You're talking probably what?
I think the $2,500, $3,000.
I'm thinking $5-6 grand.
Yeah. If you're going set.
Yeah, if you're going to go like circle, like you're going to get, I mean, heck, no, if I'm going to go like Circle T putter from, Scotty Cameron, like,
that's going to be,
that's $3 or $4 grand. Your set's probably going to be somewhere around like $1,500 to $2,000. Then you got your woods. That's going to be another $1,500, and then the fitting on top of that. I mean, you're talking $6-7 grand. So
Well, but the thing is, if you get a $400 or $500 putter, which is outrageous, then that makes a big difference than you getting a Circle T, which I don't think most people have access to. I don't think you can just buy that in a fitting.
you didn't put that on me, brother. You didn't put that.
He pulled a bin. He pulled a bin on you.
Did not put that restriction.
You know,
on me.
I literally spent time on this podcast talking about how perfect you are on Would You Rather Wednesday. And then you're like, yeah, I'm going to get a Circle T.
I want it all. I want it all. And I want it now.
You're going to have to wait.
What you got, Nate?
This is tough for me because I've never been a new equipment guy. I'm big on hand-me-downs. I've only had 2 sets of irons in my whole life outside of like my junior set, which I don't really count. So I think I'm going to go handicap cut. I really don't want to copy Kyle, but I also like Pebble. It's just, I know Pebble so well. Like a lot of courses you see on TV, you know, you watch them. Augusta, I know really well as well, but I've never played a golf course on a cliff before. I just haven't, and I may never.
Yeah.
So I want to give me the trip. I'll go with you, Kyle. I'll go with you.
Let's go. That'd be awesome.
You know, content.
That'll be epic.
And then give me, I think I'm hovering right around a 6. Pop me down to a 3. The handicap thing becomes less appealing the lower the handicap you are, because obviously you're gaining less. You know, if we get a 20 handicap around here, it's huge. Cut it 10 strokes.
Oh, that'd be crazy for them to. Yeah, if they're a 20 handy, that'd be crazy for them not to take the cut.
Yeah,
and
then
that's
like a 2 handicap. What's your gin right now, Kyle?
3.5 maybe.
Yeah, that's silly for you to do that. It's dumb. But I say from a 6 to a 3, there's a fairly big difference.
Okay, if you're taking that and you're both going to Pebble, I'm changing my answer so that way all 3 of us can play Pebble.
Okay, that's fine.
Let's go.
Yeah. The Augusta thing.
The hell with Augusta. You hear me? That's not.
I think I would just
Boo
feel
said
so
the hell with Augusta.
True. I would feel so uncomfortable out there.
Yeah.
I mean, just honestly, I would feel so uncomfortable.
Like there's a bunch of hacks out at Pebble, like playing. Like you don't have to necessarily worry about everything you're doing. Like somebody's gonna come rappelling out of the pines to sweep you away.
True. And I want there to be a storm roll through while we're at Pebble, not the whole time, but I want like a little 30-minute kind of whirlwind, maybe early back 9.
Yeah, and that's I got a buddy that goes out there a lot, and I'm gonna tell on him. If he's listening, he's definitely gonna know who I'm talking about. And the very first time he goes, like he and his wife go out there, so they're gonna do like the whole everything, a whole kit and caboodle, like the wine trail thing, staying at the resort, playing Pebble, eating like brunch and stuff, overlooking 18 and all that kind of jazz. And so when he goes, him being from here, and he'd read the weather forecast, but he didn't realize that it can change at the drop of a hat. He's out there in shorts, shows up at the first tee in like shorts and his Crocs on before he changes into his shoes. Nice. And of course he's got the Southern accent, and they're like, where are you from? And he then goes on to actually shoot fairly well, even though he's not the greatest of golfers. Like I think he ended up shooting like low 80s or something like that. So he was like super proud of himself. But he said he froze to death, and it was like middle of summer, and it was one of those fronts that came in, and that's all he had was shorts. And he said it just was miserable the entire time, but he said the course was phenomenal and flawless and worth every penny.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Well, boys, thank you so much for joining me with this. It was kind of
I didn't know us having a little
fun.
I didn't know if it little extended version, if you had a bonus one, if we had a 4 that we were going to do tonight or not.
No, I don't.
No, that was a lot of fun. Episode 120. Last folks we want to shout out is Primo Golf Apparel. You need to check that website out. Use coupon code DADPOD15. Take 15% off your next order. Joggers, the material in these pants are absolutely incredible.
Kyle, they responded to me on Insta. Did you see that?
Yeah.
I was talking to Blaine's brother, and because he was saying how he's got a couple of pair that are headed his way, and I said I got 3 of the pair, and I said they're phenomenal. I love them. And then Primo decided to comment on my comment and say the fire emblem, fire. Yes.
Nice. Nice. Let's go.
I'm going to go 911 pins.
Love it. Primo Golf Apparel. Check them out. They're awesome.
Where are the joggers start?
The next episode will be on Friday. We have a special guest, another tour pro buddy of ours, and he specifically requested some would you rather scenarios. So
Yeah. Nate's got his work cut out for him.
We're going to put our heads together. Y'all stay tuned for this one. It's going to be a lot of fun. He's going to tell us about his upcoming season, and then we're going to have some fun with him. We're going to bounce some stuff off and learn what a tour pro would decide in some of these scenarios. So it's going to be a ton of fun. We really appreciate it. This has been episode 119. Catch us on Friday.
120.
The Dad Bod
120.
Golf
This was
Pod.
120.
This is 120.
120.
Yep, 120.
Dadbod Golf Pod.
Dad Bod Golf Pod. Always
Always stroking.